Okay, this will be a preview for our new event that we have coming up. So we'll go to the store and I'll show you guys what I've already figured out. So this is obviously a Dark Commander event, and like the last Slayer event, the intensity drive will be a Commander intensity. This is something very new, and no one has relics for this. If you look at the particular cards, though, wrong one, you'll notice these are all corrupt. If for any reason any of you happen to have played this particular Commander event and you have the guitar that is corrupt, you are already ahead of the game. I never played that event. That event was before I started playing, so I do not get that luxury. So what we'll do here is we'll go through the particular aspects of what I found out. Here we go. Okay, so we'll start with the support card. Everyone gets this for free as long as you play far enough in. The support card, not at a 3-star, but at a 6-star, will create 5 dark gems for both now and the next 3 turns, regardless of any intensity. The only issue this is it has a 5-turn cooldown. Passively, when this hero attacks, it will increase your Dark Commander intensity by 10. Traitor is what it defends against, which that can be a very, very nasty buff. And so the fact that this is the support card that everyone should be able to get will be very helpful. As you notice, it says down here, this hero is empowered and does 10 times damage against all light enemies instead of the standard 10, which means this will not have to build up an intensity to be able to do massive amounts of damage, just like the last deck. Our next card we'll look at, which not very many people will probably get, is the Ultra Rare. The Ultra Rare will decrease damage taken by 15%, creates 2 dark power gems both now and for the next 3 turns, again with a 5-turn cooldown. This will probably increase to 3 gems and 30% once it's a 6-star. Again, 10 times damage against light enemies, no intensity required. This card is not going to be as necessary as previous events, as its defender skill is not one that really is going to cause you a lot of heartache and grief. If you have a card that when it attacks, it resets the counter for the enemy so that way they can't hit you as often, that's what this defender skill stops. Since I guarantee most of us don't actually use this unless you're doing guild versus guild, this card doesn't really produce a whole lot for you other than reduce the amount of damage you're taking and help spawn a little bit of gems. So this is not really one of those cards I would think that you would want to go after hard. But everyone can do whatever they choose. That's your decision. Now we're on to the event card. We're going to do the 5-star one because that's where I'm currently setting. This card is going to be almost a must. For those of you who don't usually try to get the event card, you're going to be hurting a little bit. This card creates 2 dark power gems 4s and heals you for 750% of your recovery. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. For the first time ever, the event card is the healer, not the support card. So while it only creates 2 Dark Power Gem 4s, and I expect that to increase to 3 or 4 when this card is maxed out at a 6-star, I would also expect that 750 to up to either a 900 or 1,000. Its counter skill is counterattack. This is a very, very nasty buff. So this is going to be extremely important that you have this card just to keep from having counterattack put on you. And also, this will be your healer. And then last but not least, we have the actual Master Collection card itself. This is one of those where I'm not exactly for sure how to do this one. So like the last one, this is the only one that uses any intensity. Its defender skill is pointless because I've yet to see an event where the Master Collection card is actually required to defend against something. In this case, though, this card will produce 10 Dark Power Gems 4 at the rate of 2 plus 2 for additional Dark Intensity. It has a 12 gem recharge rate, but the standard 6-turn cooldown. And for you to be able to get the maximum amount of gems will have to be at a 300 Dark Commander intensity. The reason why I say this, I'm not sure, is because in a Commander event, you can take your time to build up your intensity and you don't have to worry about anybody stealing your kill from you like you do in a Slayer event. That's why during the Slayer events, the Master Collection card, while he hit very hard, I really didn't think he was all that necessary. In this event, he can be extremely necessary. But at the same time, you can survive without him. So if you want to get him and take the chance, I think he'll be worth going after, but I don't think he's worth going all in on. Again, this is my personal opinion, not telling anyone what to do. If this is anything like the Blue Slayer deck that we just got done with, the deck as a whole is complete garbage. You cannot produce enough gems and enough intensity to actually do anything. So when I actually built this deck, I had to throw in another gem spawner just to put stuff on the board to create it to hit. And while, yes, this did a massive amount of damage, when you swap him out, this deck on paper, this doesn't count. This deck on paper looks like one of the most powerful decks you've ever seen. But because it's a Slayer event, you can't build up any intensity, and you can't get gems on the board because the intensity only increases as they hit, so you can never get it up high enough for him to create enough gems, because he can create a maximum of 6 gems, 4s, at a rate of 2 plus 1 per 75 Slayer intensity. Well, that's almost identical to this Master Collection card. The only difference is that he's going to create 2 to start with, and every 75 intensity, he's going to go up by 2. So when you hit 300 at your max, then he'll create 10 Dark Power Gem 4s. As I said, with this being a Commander event, this would be very worth it because you have the time and can take your time to build up your intensity. Again, this is all up to you guys what you want to do. This is just what I'm reading into and what I'm seeing. More than likely, what I will end up doing is I will definitely run at least one, if not two, of the support cards. I will max out this card to a 6-star. And I will probably throw in something like, I'm not sure if I can really use him. He'll create some dark power gems, but not a whole lot. And he'll also help heal. Another one that's optional is, if you're wanting to do damage, if you have this card from the previous Dark Commander event, once they build up their intensity, they can do a lot of damage very quickly. That's the Master card. And there's the event card. This will also allow you to use the purple chainsaw to help spawn gems. Other than that, you can use a Slayer card like this to help produce gems. But personally, this card will produce gems every 3 turns. 6 Dark Power Gem 1s, and it'll also help recover if there's enough on the board, and it has a 3-turn cooldown. And since this is a God Intensity, for those who have the God Relic that's dark, which would be this one right here, the Jinxing Wand, this will help you at least create some gems. Basically, this deck is set up just like the Blue Slayer deck. It is designed for you to help use past cards and get value and worth out of them. As of right now, these are the only runes I've accepted or I've received. And if I get the other 3 by chance, I'll get the Master Collection card. But to be honest, I don't know if I'm going to go all in for this one or not. I haven't decided yet. I hope this helps you guys make decisions. If you guys have questions, by all means ask. As I start playing the event, I will get more information out of it, and I will kind of get a feel for it. One more note that I will give to all of you guys. If you do get this particular card, do not put him as your leader. If you read, he has 325% damage and hit points for all Dark Commander heroes in guild versus guild only. He will not boost your stats at all. If you put your support card is 300% damage and hit points for all Dark Commander heroes. Period. Same with the Ultra Rare if you get it. And same with the Master Collection card. 300% damage and hit points for all Dark Commander heroes. I think the reason why a lot of people have issues is they think that they can put the event card as their leader. That is a very large mistake. Do not do that. Put any other event card except for the event card as your leader. And you will notice that your hit points and your damage output will increase tremendously. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask. Like I said, once this starts going, then I'll let you guys know more. The other thing is, I hope you guys have been saving your ally points, your honor points. You will be able to buy 5 keys 5 times. That's 25 keys every day. Every 5 keys is 100 honor points. If you save these, you will be able to buy them. Also, if you have the gold, you can buy 5 keys 5 times a day for 1,000,000 gold each 5 sets of keys. That's how I get so far, and that's how I get so many keys. Why I'm able to play so much is because I buy all the keys I can. I will also progress all the way through easy, medium, and bare minimum all the way through hard, because the key payouts are extremely high once you get to hard, very hard, and inferno. Um, so that's all I got for you guys. Like I said, if you have questions, feel free to ask, and I will answer and help them out as best I can. All right, guys.